My experience with Kim Daly was transformative.
Let's start at the beginning of your journey.
Yes.
And what brought you to my seminar or webinar in the beginning?
Yes, I can remember it like it was yesterday, although it was, quite a few months ago. I had just left a company that I adored. And after I left, my husband and I just really kind of paused and said, what's next? We knew that we wanted to open a business together. We just didn't know what kind. We didn't know if it was going to be a product, a service. But we had already started kind of talking about it. Mm-hmm. So when your presentation came up to come, I thought, why not? Let me come and see what this Kim Daly is all about. And I connected with you instantly. I really did. And I knew in that presentation, I was like, this is interesting. I'm going to continue this dialogue.
So you mentioned that you already had thought about owning a business. Where did that come from? Where did these entrepreneurial ideas come from?
Yeah, well, back in the 70s, my mom opened a coffee and tea shop in our garage. Oh. So in the late 70s when, nobody knew that coffee came from a little cherry, a tree, what? They thought it came in a can. So, yes, exactly. So I, had that entrepreneurial spirit starting age 8. I was scooping coffee beans out of a burlap bag, and by age 10, making cappuccinos and lattes and macchiatos, and that's always been a part of me, of that work ethic. That's always been in me. I just didn't know it would come full circle. I really never thought.
Needless to say,
right.
How did that influence your
right.
choice, your selection in your franchise, and your decision?
Well, I think what was interesting about the process with you is, you're such a great listener. And I can remember when you presented Sweetwater's and the other brands to us, is you listed out all the things about me. And I remember Scott, my husband, sitting there on the call because he hadn't joined us for any of our one-on-ones. And he's like, she nailed it.
Yay!
She knows who you are and what you really want out of this. And that really spoke volumes to us. So when you presented Sweetwater's, we were like, well, of course, of course.
And where are you in your process today?
Scott and I have learned a lot. We've had multiple letter of intents all over the Metroplex. We've learned a lot about real estate. We learned a lot about competition. We've learned a lot about the industry.
So I think to sum up what you just said, people think, well, I signed my franchise agreement and I'm going to be open in 2 months.
Right.
And it's like, sometimes that happens, but it's a process. This is a long-term investment for you. It's not a kill today, eat today mentality. And
right.
It requires patience. And
yes.
God bless you, because you are living on that faith that the right location will come. You have to be patient.
Yes.
Such great advice for somebody.
Well, I think I heard it from Kim Daly. You said you have to be patient. Trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your partner, your spouse. Surround yourself with people that might bring up things that you hadn't thought about in a caring, thoughtful way versus being critical.
That's such great advice. I appreciate you sharing your testimony so much.